Imagine this. You're watching the final whistle blow. The crowd in Port Moresby erupts. PNG's new NRL team has just scored the winning try. It's 2028. The Pacific is electric. But what if I told you that behind that roaring stadium is a $600 million deal designed to counter Chinese influence that might have invited it in through the back door instead? The deal that shocked the Pacific. In December, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and PNG's James Marape shook hands on what many called a game changer, a $600 million Australian dollar commitment to put Papua New Guinea into the NRL. The goal? Keep China out of the Pacific by investing in something we all love, rugby league. But as it turns out, that money might be paying for more than just footy fields and development camps. Who is Wapu Sonk? Meet Wapu Sonk, PNG's oil boss, chairman of Kumul Petroleum, and the man who led the charge for PNG's NRL bid. He was presented to the Australian public as a visionary leader, a man who could take our national game into new frontiers. But corporate records and leaked documents suggest he might have also been looking to take something else. The leaked letter. In March this year, a letter surfaced. On official Kumul Petroleum letterhead, the company made a veiled threat to a Chinese state-owned energy giant. The message? Hire these two designated Australian companies for a multi-million-dollar oil tank project in Motueka. But here's the twist. One of those companies is owned by Wapu Sonk himself. The other, owned by his employee, Jason Pollock. It's like telling someone to cook dinner, but insisting they buy the ingredients from your store. That you own. Silently. I don't remember. Really? Jason Pollock, the project's director at Kumul Petroleum, was the one who signed that letter. When journalists called him up, guess what he said? I can't remember who told me to use Sonk's company. Then he added, it looks stinky. Definitely a conflict of interest. And when shown documents proving Sonk owned the company, Pollock replied with an angry red emoji. No joke. $1 million mansion. Mystery. But wait, there's more. Sonk is reportedly living in a multi-million-dollar Brisbane mansion, owned by a businessman whose company, surprise, surprise, has scored lucrative contracts from Kumul Petroleum. The homeowner confirmed Sonk rents the place, but couldn't provide proof of any rent payments. Cozy, isn't it? The bigger picture. Let's take a step back. Australia poured $600 million into this PNG NRL dream, telling taxpayers it was about keeping China out. Yet here we are, hearing of Chinese state-owned companies getting deals, private firms being sneakily pushed in, and a shadow of corruption that could undermine everything. As one official put it, this money should have gone to health and education. Who's watching the watchman? So what now? Wapu Sonk hasn't answered the serious questions. The NRL says it hasn't seen any adverse reports. And the Australian government says it has zero tolerance for corruption, but leaves it to appropriate authorities to act. But let me ask you this. If someone was quietly setting up deals for their own companies while handling hundreds of millions in taxpayer funds, would you trust them to run your national team? This isn't just about rugby league. It's about power, influence, and how easily public dreams can become private profit. What do you think? Is this a case of a few bad apples? Or a broken system built to serve the powerful? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share, because the more eyes on this, the harder it is for anyone to sweep it under the rug.